This is PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat.
Hey guys, it's me, Travis with PlayerProps.ai. If you finished with less money yesterday than what you started with, then you didn't listen to the words coming out of my mouth. If this is the first time watching this show and you didn't see yesterday's show, well, hey, welcome. We're here to lose less often. And if that's something you like to do, all you got to do is listen to the words coming out of my mouth. This isn't rocket science. There are people that have tons of success with PlayerProps.ai, and if you want to have the same level of success, you just got to do what they're doing. It's as simple as that. The play we dropped on YouTube hit, the MLB spread predictor that's been on fire since we launched the new version on April 22nd. Also still on fire. Yesterday you went 8-2. Everything's clicking on all cylinders. So stop standing on the sidelines and watching all these winning screenshots go by. Just get with it. I don't think there's anything else to go over, so let's just go straight to it here. It's time to play for Friday, May 2nd. My Golden Knights won Game 6 yesterday, so they're advancing on to the next round. It's always nice to see. At least I got one team doing something and winning series. Looking at you, Magic. Looking at you. So guess what we're going to do today, kids? We're going to do what we always do. The same exact thing. The entire purpose of the show existing is so you, tomorrow, when I don't do a show, you go on PlayerProps.ai app, you go to MLB Strikeouts, you move the filter of the line to 3 and the difference to 17, and you do exactly what we do today, the day before, the day before that, the day before that, and all of the days before that as well. There's about 600 plus episodes on this YouTube channel. It's all the same thing. We just know what to filter, we know what to look for, and that's how we create winning plays. If you just blindly tell every single thing that this show, since its inception in like February of last year, has been given you, you have won an insane amount of money just from watching the YouTube show. If that's not enough to hit that subscribe button, then stop betting because it's not for you. So with those, there's a pretty decent slate today because there's a whole lot of pitchers that are in that range. Let's see who technically fits the trifecta. Clay Holmes, yes. The difference between the AI and the line is 1.5. Dean, no. And I also wouldn't touch him with the 10-foot pole because A, he sucks, and then B, he's also versus Kansas City. So, no. Sonny Gray, yes. Framber Valdez, yes. Grant Holmes, no. And so those are the overplays. So we have 3 overplays we can look at. Clay Holmes, Sonny Gray, and Valdez. And then for the unders, so it's not a trifecta, but his line is at least 1.0 or greater. But you see the sports tricks are favoring his over. And he's also, you can't go under on strikeouts against Robbie Ray. Why? Because he's versus Colorado. And if you go to the free channel in Discord that says MLB ban list, you'll see we do not do under Ks against Colorado. So even if he was favored to go under, we're still not going to touch that. Jack Leader also favored to go over and also not a 1.0 difference. Dylan Cease. Yeah, I think this is a trifecta. Line 6.5, projections 5.35. That's at least 1.0 different. Sportsbook serving the under. So it looks like today we have 3 we can start looking at. Dylan Cease under. Valdez over. And Sonny Gray over. Oh, no, that's 4. Valdez, Sonny Gray, Holmes, and Cease. So let's start from the top. Clay Holmes. What do we like to see down here, kids? Do you remember? You'd like to see this number being at least 20% or higher on each side. 24 against lefties, 31 against righties. So it means he's got some strikeout stuff. And his line's only 4.5. So that's also nice. Typically when I say people have strikeout stuff, you'll see like a 5.5, a 6.5, or even crazier, a 7.5. Didn't do too well against the Nationals in his last game. 5 innings pitched, only 2 Ks. He just versed St. Louis 2 starts ago, the exact same team he's versing today. He got 6 strikeouts on 6 innings. 8 here, 10 here. Yeah, when somebody has the ability to get 10 strikeouts, and that's only 5.1 innings pitched, that means he's got strikeout stuff. Then Houston, only 4, but he only had 4.2 innings. 4.2 innings here as well. So it looks like as long as he's getting 5 innings, should be able to do this. But he's also allowed to pitch 6 innings. So here he pitched into the 6th inning, and then here he pitched a full 6 innings. So he's getting a leash. He's allowed to pitch into the 6th inning and getting 6 innings worth of opportunity. It's always nice. But we're going to look at St. Louis on the team trends in a second. Sonny Gray, he's hit and miss. You see here's like first 2 starts of the season, 6 and 9, and then 4, 4, 6, 4. But you see right here, he's got a 100% hit rate against the Mets. Hold on, let me see. So it looks like he's versed the Mets once this season, 2 starts ago. And he got 6 Ks on 6 innings pitched, and he gave up 3 earned runs. So the last time he hit this was against the Mets. And then last season, he got 9 Ks against the Mets in an April start. And then 2 seasons ago, it looks like he got 7 Ks against the Mets in a late July start. This here, there's a lot of green in those last 20 starts. That's nice. But you also have to factor in 3 of the last 4, he only got 4. If his line was 4.5, I'd be like, eh. But the fact that he needs 6 and he's only been able to output 4, even though he got this against the Mets, let's scroll down here. Does this say what you want it to say? Strikeout rate against righties, 17.7, 32.2. This guy is destroying left-handed pitchers or batters, but righties, he's struggling a little bit. Their average is only .237, which is not a great average for batters against him, but he's not striking them out enough. Which means these 2 things together here, the 17.7 and the 230 average, that just means that players are making contact, they're popping out, flying out, grounding out, they're just not striking out. Which is probably why we're seeing him miss this 3 out of the last 4 games. I'm hesitant on Sonny Gray. Framber Valdez. Going down here, start with this. 20 plus, yes. Lefties, 20 exactly, yes. So he hits those 2. Man, that's pretty ugly. So he's only hit this twice so far this season out of 6 starts. He got a full 7 innings, so he's allowed to pitch deep. 7 innings, 4 Ks, 9, 8, 4 innings pitched, 6 innings pitched. This guy pitched almost a complete game, 8 innings, and he still only got 5. Granted, the Royals and the Padres aren't really perennial strikeout teams. But the fact that he hasn't gotten more than 5 in 3 consecutive starts, and his accuracy's at 33, which is actually really, really, really low. But he is versus the Chicago White Sox. So we're going to look at, that's the 3rd one, right? Yeah. So the 4th we're going to look at before we pull up the strikeout trends was Dylan. This guy's actually on my fantasy team, and he absolutely sucks. Which is good, because if we target his under. 6.5, he needs to get 7 strikeouts to hit. In his first 2 starts of the season, he was able to do 7 and 7 exactly, and then he's just gotten 6. Now, 6 is a pretty decent game, but not for somebody you pay trillions of dollars to like Dylan sees. We go down here, 20% or higher, yes. Yes, 29 and 23. So that checks those boxes. Oh, wait, no, we're going under on him. So we actually don't want them to be that high. Let me see. So I think what we have to do to make a decision is figure out who strikes out at what rate. So we're looking at Pittsburgh. We want them to strike out not a lot because we're looking at an under. So Pittsburgh, St. Louis, and Chicago White Sox. Yeah, I'm not looking at Sonny Gray. I'm not getting good vibes out of that. Chicago White Sox, St. Louis, and Pittsburgh. Chicago White Sox, St. Louis, and Pittsburgh. Okay. Pittsburgh, which is the team we don't want to strike out a lot because we're going in under, They average their eighth most this season, and their average is going up because the last 3 games they've averaged 9.33, and then the last game they did 10. So I think Cease's under is not something we're going to touch just because Pittsburgh is eighth most strikeouts, and they're going up because these two things are definitely higher than their season average. So we're rolling out Cease under. So now we have Valdez versus Chicago White Sox and Clay Holmes versus St. Louis, right? Just make sure we're looking at the right thing here. Clay Holmes, St. Louis, Chicago White Sox. Yeah. Okay. Chicago White Sox, Chi Sox, 13th most. Kind of hovering around their trend of 8.5, 7.33 in their last 3, 8 in their last 1. And then, so that's who Framber Valdez is versing. But St. Louis, if we flip it to the least, St. Louis is 7th least strikeouts, and they're hanging around their average. 7.74, 6.33 last 3, 7 last 1. So with all of that, that would have us lean Framber Valdez. There's sometimes in the last couple of weeks we have ended a show with 3, so all we need to do is hit 2 out of the 3 to be profitable. So I'm on the fence right now. Do I want to go with 3 of these, or do I want to stick with 1? And so if it hits, we win. The end. That's the question going through my head right now. He only has a 17 head-to-head rating. This is what's alarming. I mean, never mind. These don't count because these were relief appearances. Yeah, 1 inning. So yeah, this is when he was relief pitcher. So his only actual start, he's gotten 6 Ks. And that was 2 starts ago. We only need to get 5 here. He's got the strikeout stuff. He is versing Sonny Gray as well. It doesn't mean much that he's versing Sonny Gray, but 2 pitchers we were looking at. Clay Holmes, 5 Ks. Okay, so if we were to do 3, we do Valdez, Holmes. No. I don't want to force Sonny Gray in there. Oh, we didn't look at the Mets anyway. You know, I'll look at it just for the heck of it. Look at this. The Mets are the 4th least strikeout team. 6.3. Yeah, we're not going to force Sonny Gray into that. So it's between Valdez, Holmes, and Cease we didn't do because Pittsburgh is striking out a lot. And Cease has strikeout stuff. I don't want to just do. I want to do 1 or 3, because if you do 2 and you win 1, you lose 1, it's kind of like a wash. It's like nobody's excited about that. And there's not a 3rd one I'm going to throw in, so that means we have to decide on 1. I know so when's the last time he versed them? 8-18. I don't know if that was dating back to last season or the season before that. But yeah, 7 innings pitched, 9 strikeouts. Chicago White Sox, we already know. Like, they strike out a ton. So I think this might be what we're going with here. Let's see if we can find a sexier line. Oh, it's probably because I'm recording this. I'm like, where's all the data at? I'm recording this pretty early in the day. That's probably what it is. I'm going to Universal Studios because they have a brand new Epic Universe that has like Super Mario World in it and all that jazz, which is why I'm wearing my Mario shirt. And because we're leaving in like 5 minutes to go do that, I decided to record this relatively early. That's why the stuff's not updated. So check that later to see if you can find a better line. But as of right now, I mean, we can just do this real quick. Yeah, he's 5.5 across the board. So yeah, just figure out which book has the best payout odds for over 5.5. But I think that's what we're going with today, ladies and gents. Again, not too worried about these last two starts because these two teams just don't strike out. St. Louis, 3Ks. He got pulled because he gave up 6 earned runs. So as long as he's not giving up a crazy amount of earned runs, he should be fine against the White Sox. As you see right above my face, this is not something that I just put there for the heck of it. This is a strong mandatory rule that if you ever need help with anything, just ask. You need help with PlayerProps.ai app? Do you need help with understanding something about sports betting? This is the most educational brand that exists on planet Earth for people who are looking to learn more and get better at betting. So if you have a question, it's very simple. You can ask in the YouTube comments, but I actually prefer you ask in the Discord. So shoot me a DM on Discord or post it in one of the free channels because there's 16,000 people there that are, if they see it before I do, they'll be more than happy to answer that question for you. But yeah, we're going to finish off a nice little win streak here this week. Won the last 3 shows, so you guys are up a lot. What you need to do is be turning that profit into VIP membership so you win even more. That's kind of how it works. You're like, oh man, I want to sign up for premium on PlayerProps.ai. It only costs $1.97 a day, but hey, I still make it easy for you to win at least the amount it costs to sign up. So signing up is essentially free. If you've done what I told you to do the past 3 days, you have more than enough to upgrade to premium. That's how this relationship works. We'll see you guys in the Discord. Good luck.